Altcoin's not dead yet, baby. Some of them are, but not all of them. There's still a lot of altcoins out there making money. And if you have been paying attention this year and not just licking your wounds, and if you're licking your wounds, I get it. It's cool. I understand. But if you haven't been paying attention this year, people make money. People have been out here printing the money, guys. It's been pretty crazy. As Elio Trades points out, most people will lock in for the bull run way too late. And I agree. This is something we've been talking about a lot here on the channel. A lot of people, they're going to buy high and sell low again. If you're here, if you're listening to this conversation, you've survived. If you've shown up for the first time in crypto this year, you've arrived at a very interesting time. Because logically, the people who are investing in 2023, 2024, they're going to be the ones who are well positioned to exit the markets for massive profits in late 2024, early to mid 2025. Hopefully, of course, market cycles play out as we think they may. Things may come sooner, things may come later in terms of market tops. So be frosty, be ready to adapt, be ready to sell when the time comes. But a lot of people are going to show up way too late. I'd say 9 out of 10 people who are involved in the coming bull run will buy too late, will not sell, will hold too long, will probably register losses. If you want to be the 1 in 10 who actually win, now's a great time to be paying attention. In fact, people have already been making life-changing money just this year. And as Elio points out, yeah, to an extent, the cycle's already been begun. We've seen some coins printing absolute insane amounts of money here. Injective went from $1 to $10 this year. We see Echelon Prime, which is connected to the parallel TCG trading card game, on-chain trading card game. It's released recently, gone massive. Interesting to see. Could this be the start of some new gaming frenzy in the market? Probably not yet, but certainly interesting to see that gaming coins are getting attention once again. Rollbit, of course, has been the big breakaway for the past few months where it's just been insane. People have just been aping into this casino coin like crazy. And I'm not super into casinos. Investing's enough of a high intensity gambling situation for me in my life, but you can certainly see that people have been interested in casino coins. So that's been pretty interesting. And of course, the Telegram bot narrative that absolutely took off and went insane, with Unibot, for example, going from a few bucks up to a couple $100. Money has been made this year for those who have been paying attention. But you got to pay attention. Find income, find ways to get money into the market, find ways to get an edge in the market. Find out what these people who have been making money have been doing in the market, because money is being made out there if you're paying attention. Now let's talk about some other altcoin news here. And I know what you've been thinking. I know what you've been thinking. I've been thinking the same thing too. I've been looking at all these layer 2s launching. I've been looking at Coinbase, and they're launching Base, and I'm looking at BYBIT, and they're launching Mantle, and all these other big, well-funded, awesome, interesting layer 2 networks. And I looked at all of that, thought, and man, if only we had a layer 2 network with a dog picture, that would definitely get the markets kicked up again. Yeah, I know. Look, so Shibarium has launched. This is Shiba Inu's Ethereum layer 2 network. From DeFi to Metaverse and everything in between. The layer 2 scene's getting damn crowded. And returns are going to be harder, I think, because we're going to see a lot of fragmented liquidity across chains. We're going to see a lot of fragmentation of developer attention across chains. We'll probably see within a year to 18 months, we'll probably have some pretty clear front runners. And while Arbitrum and Optimism, Base, they're the top 3 front runners right now, that could change, or they could simply further cement their victory. Now, I'm not trying to throw shade at Shibarium here. I'm making some jokes, but we're not trying to throw shade here, guys. And look, the layer 2 scene's getting crowded. The layer 1 scene's super crowded already. But a lot of these layer 1 blockchains, remember, last cycle were some of the biggest earners, even if the fundamentals didn't always line up. Some of these things, Like Cardano. You guys know I love Cardano. Don't relax. It's all good. But look at Cardano. Cardano went to $100 billion market cap with basically a non-existent token economy. There were a few NFTs flipping around the time that it hit $100 billion, but not much else going on. The market can irrationally price things. And I'm not saying Cardano's bad, right? I'm just saying it was probably irrationally priced when it hit the $100 billion market cap. Layer ones will probably be a big trade, especially new layer ones as they come out. And layer twos will also probably be a big trade in the coming market cycle. Which ones are going to be the most successful? Hard to say so far, but hey, maybe dog coins will be. Dog chains. Dog chains. All right. All right. And by the way, we say goodbye today to Cheems. So the Dogecoin dog has finally passed away. You're a good boy. Good boy. Farewell, creature. It's quite crazy, actually, to think that this dog, by random luck of the internet, achieved more fame, more infamy, more of a following than the vast majority of humanity ever will. A dog. Pretty crazy. Anyway, this dog lives on. This dog lives on. Has an obsession for the cryptocurrency market. Dogecoin, Shiba Inu. The Doge lives on, guys. The Doge lives on. In slightly more upbeat news, Polygon Labs and Korean mobile giant SK Telecom forging a Web3 partnership. Cool. Man, Polygon. Guys, I'm telling you, Polygon, they have got to be one of the damn hardest working teams in the freaking cryptocurrency market. Look at the amount of partnerships they have released in the last 12 months. Other companies are closing up shop, losing all their total value, losing all their users, losing everything, losing their shirts, losing their pants. It's all gone. Polygon, moving from strength to strength to strength, got a token rebrand coming up, which, hey, last time they rebranded, saw some pretty big gains. Of course, that was in a different market scenario, but still, big partnerships continue, and big partnerships bring in big users, which bring in big attention, which bring in big speculation, which bring in big potential. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. And of course, what everybody has been talking about this week has been FriendTech. I feel like every time I go over to social media, it's just everyone talking about damn FriendTech, which I was pretty ill last week. I didn't have a chance to get my FriendTech app set up. It's on the list of things to do this week. Maybe I'll get my FriendTech set up tomorrow. But basically, FriendTech is some kind of social media-like app. Easy way to describe it, where you can buy shares in influencers or content creators or whatever, and then be able to send them DMs, for example. So yeah, it's an interesting idea. I think there's some very obvious, very large problems with it that need to be ironed out. For example, it's got a bonding curve for shares. So shares go from 0.01 ETH up to like 2 ETH real fast, depending on new buyers coming in. So essentially, some of the top accounts right now on FriendTech, they have shares that cost around 2 ETH. 3 or 4 accounts have that right now. That means that if you want to be able to buy 1 share in FriendTech of this Twitter personality or content creator, whoever it might be, it's going to cost you $3,000. Well, over $3,000. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That system definitely needs to be fixed. That being said, they're probably going to do an airdrop. So I will be creating my account probably tomorrow with the idea of farming the airdrop. Keep you updated. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is one of those things we're all just bored. Not much else going on in the market except this. Maybe this is the new paradigm of money that's going to absolutely go crazy, and they'll revamp the tokenomics and the way the shares work, and there'll be better opportunities for bigger creators to come in, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Maybe. Or maybe it just joins the long line of attempts to do some kind of social media interactions on the blockchain. There's been 50 attempts so far, maybe more. They've all failed in one way or another. Not saying this one will, but the odds I feel like are against it. But we'll see. Download tomorrow, have a play around, see what happens. Before we get into the rest of the altcoin news, if you're not signed up yet to the Wealth Mastery Report, you got to get it checked out. It is the best newsletter in the cryptocurrency industry. I know I'm biased because it's my newsletter, but it is damn awesome. Every week, my team and I spend about 40 hours putting together all the news and alpha and reports that you need to know as a cryptocurrency investor. This is the information that's going to help give you an edge in the market and help you keep up to date with exactly what is happening in the cryptocurrency space. Join our 75,000 weekly readers. Use the link down below in the description or go to thewealthmastery.io where you can check it out. And of course, you can check out our big library of articles there as well, whether it be altcoin reports, for example, we just covered the HMX exchange, or if you want to know more about what's going on in the Coinbase NFT scene, so on and so forth. We got all the info over there for you to check out. So go ahead and check it out. Okay. Next, Injective news. Injective news. So Injective today is releasing its largest tokenomics upgrade yet, which can dramatically increase the amount of INJ burned weekly. Now, all of the decentralized applications, and there's a few hundred apparently in the pipeline, built on Injective can contribute to the INJ burn auction with no limit on how much they can burn. This starts to introduce some very, very curious potential here for, well, should we call it moononomics? Moon math? Injective already has a decent weekly burn rate. Injective has a good user base. Injective has got a lot of attention from traders in the wider market, and this could add a lot of burn pressure, which we already have a huge staking rate. So there's not that much free float, let's say, on the market. Once they start burning, I mean, what happens if they start burning 1 million a week? Things get pretty crazy then. So that's a potential very, very impactful upgrade for Injective. And of course, even during this big sell-off that we had recently, Injective barely budged because a lot of people are looking at what's going on with the current tokenomics, the potential for it, and reacting accordingly, I suppose. Over in Cardano land, Cardano's Hydra upgrade boosts scalability and security. So the highly anticipated upgrade of Cardano has been shared by one of their developers. So this release basically is going to enhance transaction throughput and reduce costs on ADA. Long story short, faster, cheaper. So that's good. That's good. It's good for Cardano to see. I wish, again, Cardano the best success and that they enter the new market cycle strong. But Charles Hoskinson did throw a bit of shade over at Ethereum, saying that Ethereum is a dumpster fire. So when criticized about, well, the slow tech rollouts for Cardano, criticized about Cardano's Hydra, came back with this. Now, look, the founders of different blockchains are going to criticize each other. And there's a lot of things to criticize Ethereum about. The high fees are redonkulous. And yeah, the layer 2 scene's taking off, and that's very exciting. Very excited about the Ethereum layer 2 scene. But a lot of stuff does still happen on Ethereum layer 1. And it's like an expensive city. It's priced a lot of people out. A lot of people can't afford to live in Ethereum land. But thankfully, we have Solana and Avalanche and Ethereum layer 2s and all this other stuff where you can go and play and have fun cheaply. And as Cardano brings more functionality out, more applications are built on Cardano, more money comes into Cardano, we will see the total value locked on Cardano continue to increase. Currently, it's around $200 million. I think last time I checked, it was right around there. So it's got a lot of distance to cover. Old Cardano, it's got a lot of proving to do. And Cardano has definitely been one of those fascinating things in the market of wildly high conviction of holders and massive patience by holders, because the tech rollouts have been damn slow for Cardano. And it's a very different philosophical approach compared to Ethereum. Move fast, break things. We'll figure it out eventually. And Ethereum has been figuring it out in production. And I know that people criticized the Ethereum staking upgrade, the move to proof of stake. Oh, it's going to be impossible to do. How many times did I hear it's going to be impossible to do? It's like changing the wheels, changing the engine on a car going 100 miles an hour down the motorway. Yeah, it was like that. And they did it. It's impressive. Cool. So anyway, just want to share that from Charles Hoskinson with you there. And the other Ethereum news is that the SEC is expected to approve Ethereum futures ETFs by October. That's interesting. Now, we've talked about the Ethereum futures ETFs. They're garbage. I think they're total garbage. I don't think they're going to add anything positive to the Ethereum world. There's nothing good about these Ethereum futures ETFs, just in the same way there's nothing good about all the Bitcoin futures ETFs that have been introduced. Remember, the SEC says that you cannot have a spot Bitcoin ETF because, well, there's too much manipulation and fraud in the cryptocurrency markets. But you can have a Bitcoin futures ETF, a Bitcoin short ETF, and a Bitcoin leveraged ETF using the exact same price feed data. That's fine. But a spot Bitcoin ETF, nope, no good for you. Ethereum futures ETF, also garbage. These are garbage. Lets Wall Street play their games. Lets them try and manipulate markets a little bit. Lets them try and make it about them, not about the technology, because they don't care about the technology. They don't care about giving people actual tools for investing. Because if they did, they would approve a spot Bitcoin ETF, which people want, and they would approve a spot Ethereum ETF, which people want. When those get approved, it'll be massive for the market. Futures ETFs, it has the potential to create a little bit of narrative. I could see that, where we get a little bit of excitement building. Maybe we get a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of thing, even around that launch event. But they're fundamentally total trash. It's that simple.